And time for Indiana High School football on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net. Tonight's game is built by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit Universal at universalrfg.com. And brought to you in part by Genesis Sports Performance. Visit Genesis at genesissportsperformance.com. And by Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland Avenue. And by High Gear Marketing at highgearmktg.com. Now, let's go to the field for Indiana High School football live on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
It's the final regular season football game from Liston, Indiana, as the Tri-West Hendricks Bruins are celebrating senior night, taking on their Sagamore foes, the Southmont Mounties. Andrew Mild with Steve Hartley on a chilly night. It's 56 degrees with some crosswinds going at 13 miles per hour. But, Steve, these Bruins fans were packing into the stadium way early today. They're ready for some football.
They are ready, and this is the third game we've done here at State Bank Stadium and Hendricks Regional Health Field. And, the fans are here, an hour and 45 minutes, scoping their seats, reserving their seats.
Even some tailgaters before the game.
There were a few, but it's very windy. And it was really windy when we first got here. Looks like the wind has died down a tad, but it's still going to be windy and blustery, which will probably affect how Tri-West uses their offensive talent with Ty Woods at quarterback. Ty Owens. Did I say Ty Woods?
Yeah, you said Ty Woods.
Yeah,
But that's why I'm here for you.
Yeah,
you're alluding to that Tri-West throws the ball a lot. This is a team that averages around 200 yards a game. Their quarterback, Ty Owens, the senior, has racked up over 1,500 yards. And you're right, there is a crosswind. How do you think that's going to affect their passing game today against the Mounties?
Well, they've got a couple of deep threats. They got Cole Morgan at one wide out, Jeff Marsh at the other. And they're both really, really strong. But, they run the football very effectively. They run quarterback draw with Owens, and they also have Davin Brown, senior running back as well. So he's been very effective, but he's been plagued with injuries. In fact, Tri-West has had quite a few injuries this season. They lost their top lineman, Karan Deep. We saw him walk out for senior night. They've been plagued with injuries at the running back position, but I think they're starting to get healthy, at least on the offensive skilled position side of the football, at the right time.
And it is the right time. The playoffs are next week, and that's where Tri-West will be looking to play Danville and try to repeat as regional champions. We're going to take a break. When we come back, football here in the Hoosier State. You're watching the Indiana High School Sports Network on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or RaySkillmanShadeland.com.
And we are back as Tri-West is announcing their seniors. We talked a little bit about the Bruins team, Steve, But what about the Mounties? This is a team that started the season 6-0. You have to go look too far to look on the last time they started that well in the season. They went 5-0 last year. But a lot like this year, they've come to fall apart or go down the hill a little bit late in the season now that that's 6-2.
It's competition.
Yeah.
They don't play anybody to start the year. So, last 4 games of the season, they've got Tri-West, Lebanon, Danville, and Western Boone. Those are the top 4 teams in the conference. So right now they're 0-2, or actually 0-3 against those. So it's going to be a tough putt, I think, for Southmont tonight. But the goal is to come out of here healthy and get ready for next week because the season starts next week.
Yeah, they've lost back-to-back games to Western Boone at 38-7, and then lost a close one last week, 20-13 against Lebanon, in which their quarterback Nick Scott did not complete a pass on 5 attempts, and yet they made it a very close game going down the stretch.
And
and
they don't throw the football a whole lot.
No, they don't.
And you look at the rushing statistics. Andrew, there is not a lot there.
No.
So and they're not scoring on defense. So they've got to be doing something right because again they did win 6 games, right? So it'll just be interesting to see how tonight plays out. They've got to gain momentum for next week. I believe they play North Knox next week in the sectional. So it'll be interesting to see how things go.
And for Southmont, the one thing they have been doing really well this year is pressuring in the backfield. 80 tackles for a loss this year to go with 27 sacks. They've been led by their senior Seth Tolliver, who racked up 3 sacks last week in the loss, but also has 9 sacks on the year for 22 tackles for a loss. So that's number 51 you need to highlight if you're going to be Tri-West today.
We'll need to keep our eye on him tonight. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit Universal at universalrfg.com or give them a call at 317-257-0779. And by Genesis Sports Performance, Graham Wilkerson and Dale Speckman over there. Visit Genesis at genesissportsperformance.com.
Steve, I have to be impressed. You did all those ad reads without actually reading anything. You're a trained pro. And we're seeing
That's why I'm doing color.
starting to see the meeting of the minds break up at midfield. And Southmont won the toss, but they declined. They deferred to the second half. And that means Tri-West will get the ball to start off. So Tri-West offense to start off today. We'll see how this game goes. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. Don't touch that dial. Football coming up on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
The Tri-West Bruins have taken the field. Andrew Mild and Steve Hartley from the very gorgeous football field for the Tri-West Bruins. State Bank Stadium. It's got to be brand new. All turf laid out. It's packed to the brim with Bruins fans here on this side. And some Southmont fans have made it to the other side of the football field as they're wearing their red and white. Back to return for Tri-West is number 6, Alex Zayats, and number 7, Malachi Walden. And here to kick it off for Southmont is Trip Ward. And here we go, Steve. Another fun football game in the Sagamore Conference, the last game of the regular season. Where did the time go?
I don't know. It's hard to believe. We're in sweatshirts now. Just a couple weeks ago, we were sweating.
Tri-West boots it. Southmont boots it. The low one for Bowen. The ball is rolling out of bounds. A wise decision by Walden. Correction to let that one roll on out. And they will start at the ball at the 35-yard line.
Well, there you had a classic case scenario of how the wind's going to affect tonight's ball game. because there was a high kick. It got caught up in the wind and unfortunately went out of bounds.
And as we talked about, the Bruins, they like to air raid a little bit. It's a little bit different than what you're used to when you're watching high school football. Normally, especially in this state, you have a lot of teams that like to pound the ball and beat it down the throats of their opposing team. But for the Bruins, they've taken a different approach and just want to air it out with Ty Owens, who 120 for 197 this year, 1,547 yards, 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He looks to his left, gets rid of it quickly, and completes it to Jeff Marsh. Jeff Marsh makes a move in. He gets the first down on the first play. They move it up to the 48-yard line, 13 yards for the hometown Bruins. No huddle for the Bruins either. Looking to their sidelines, waiting for the play call, as they have just outright dominated this series with the Southmont Mounties. Last year, they beat them 42-13. Pressure being shown by Southmont. They fake the handoff, go to the outside, complete it to, and he makes a move. He makes another man miss, and he gets a first down. That was Noah Lean, correction. The running back that makes the catch and gets the first down, and they wave off the flag that was thrown. And now the Bruins on 2 plays are already on the 40-yard line of the Mounties.
They like to run the hurry-up offense here, and they're going to try to put some points on the board in a hurry. Trips here to the near side.
Yeah, trips here to the left, as Steve mentioned. One receiver to the right. In the backfield with Owens is Davon Brown. 2 fellow seniors in the backfield for the Bruins. Here's the snap. They fake it to Brown. Go back to Lean again to the left side. Lean trying to get to the sideline. He got a good block here, and there is a flag, and that's in the area of holding. And if that is, that looks like that was Connor Seister, a senior, that might have gotten flagged.
We'll have to see. It looks like the indication's a hold, and it is. So that'll come back. That'll wipe out a nice little gain by the Bruins.
Both times they've just gone to the bubble screen to Noah Lean, who has 42 receptions for 454 yards this year. And he's got some good blocking out in front. Just that time from Seister, he just got too much jersey. They didn't really lose much because it was a spot of the foul. It's 1st and 9. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the left. The tight end line to the right. As Owens went to the hard count, almost got the jump. They get the call from the sidelines, and they call for an audible. They change it to a pistol formation, and they hand off to Brown up the middle. He tries to go to the right side, and he gets brought down after a couple yards were gained. And tackle is for Wyatt Woodall.
Woodall, one of their top tacklers for the Mounties.
He came in with 68 total tackles on the season.
We'll update everybody on scores from around the area tonight. The big game that everybody's anticipating is Center Grove and Cathedral.
That sounds like it's going to be a good one between those 2 teams. The throw from Owens. He goes to the flat. He got a man wide open. It's Lean again. Lean gets brought down after he gets up to the 20-yard line. And the tackle is by Kion Cornelius. And another first down for the Bruins. They can do whatever they want in that passing game, Steve.
They sure are. I mean, Owens is a perfect 4-4. Approaching the red zone.
They're just outside the red zone by just a couple of yards. This is the first possession of the ball game, and the Bruins are just moving methodically down the field. This drive started on the 35-yard line. 2 receivers to the right of Owens. Blitz being shown. Here comes the blitz. They pitch it to the outside to Brown. Brown cuts it back inside, and just got back to the original line of scrimmage, which is the 22-yard line. 2nd and 10 coming up for Tri-West.
I'd like to remind everybody, late tonight and early tomorrow morning, we'll have game recaps of all your favorite scores from around the area, and then we'll also post those links on Twitter. And we like to do a good job of promoting as many kids as we can.
That's the whole purpose of the Indiana High School Sports Network. You can go back and watch any game on YouTube and on the page. Fake to Brown. They go back to the flat, and they find Lean again. And Lean is met immediately after he turned upfield, as that was read perfectly by Sam Lyon, the senior cornerback for the Mounties. Just a couple of yards, and they move it up to the 18, so 4 yards. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Bruins.
Bruins in the red zone. We'll see how they can convert.
Again, you have to take that wind into a factor if they elect to go for the field goal.
Well, they certainly have methodically marched the ball down the field, no question about that. And Ty Owens is doing a great job of orchestrating.
They stack the formation, bring those receivers in. It's going to be a power play for Owens, the quarterback. Owens got some good blockers. He's got a first down and plenty more. He's still going, and he's spotted at the 5-yard line. That's a 12-yard run, and the Bruins just keep going down the field. They have now gained 60 yards on the drive, and they have a 1st and goal, 5 more yards to go. They can see the end zone. Almost just 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Angel Mile and Steve Hartley on the Indiana High School Sports Network. The receiver goes in motion. It's Jeff Marsh, and there is a flag being thrown, and there's a false start on the Bruins. So pushing back 5 yards will be now 1st and goal from the 10.
Owens on this drive is a perfect 5 of 5 for 36 yards.
That's incredible. So just over 7 yards of completion.
Did you like my math skills on that? Butler grad?
Yeah, Butler grads. We know what we're doing most of the time.
Early score in Cincinnati. Bishop Chittard leading Cincinnati Elder 7-0. That's a surprise. Elder beat Ron Colley last week.
It's a forward pass to Marsh. Marsh trying to get for the pylon. Did he get in? Referee's moving in, and it looks like he may have just spotted him short. But, man, this Bruins team just likes to use their speed guys, try to beat him to the outside. And for Ty Owens, he's now 6 for 6 today. 7 yards on the play.
Marsh is quick.
Very quick. And the blocking, the Bruins are just coming right off the football and getting that initial push, which allows Brown and even Marsh there on the play to cut the corner and make it simple on themselves. 2nd and goal, and they hand it off to Brown, and Brown is in. Touchdown, Bruins. They waste no time scoring, going 65 yards, and it took just 5 minutes exactly as you're seeing the lights do a little show after the Bruins scored their first touchdown all of the ball game.
Well, a nice little drive put together there, 65 yards as you mentioned. And total domination offensively by Tri-West.
Cortland Williams out to kick this extra point. The snap, they'll hold the boot, and the referees say it's good. Bruins score a touchdown, 65 yards in 5 minutes. We are going to take a break as the Bruins are up 7-0 with the Mounties getting the ball for the first time.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Welcome back to the Indiana High School Sports Network. Andrew Mild and Steve Hartley from Liston, Indiana, where the Bruins are kicking the ball away after they scored the touchdown on the initial drive. This is a short kick fielded by the Mounties at around the 20-yard line, getting some blocks. He makes a move upfield, and he found a little bit of a hole, and the ball looks like it might have been loose there for a moment, but it's right inside the 40. and that's where the Mounties will start their drive. And they suffered a tough loss last week, 20-13 against Lebanon, and they had a chance. They scored the only touchdown in the fourth quarter and just needed one more to tie the game, but they just could not get the job done. They're led by their senior quarterback, Nick Scott, for a team that does not throw the ball a whole lot. They have 235 rushing yards on average, but just 72.9 passing yards per game. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. That's Sam Line in the backfield. And they hand it off. And it's a triple option, actually, and it was kept by Nick Scott. And he looks like he got 3 or 4 yards. He's up to the 42-yard line. Second down for the Mounties. We'll see if this series has been interesting between Tri-West and Southmont. The last time that Southmont has won a game against Tri-West was all the way back on September 16th, 2011.
Wow.
That was 4,046 days ago.
Nice. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit Universal at universalrfg.com.
Handoff up the middle. Actually, the handoff to the outside, and it was given to Carson Chad, and Chad got a first down. He's at the 49-yard line, 8-yard gain, and the Mounties get their first down of the game. They keep running that triple option, keeping the Bruins and the broadcasters guessing.
Yeah. You don't see a lot of triple option in high school.
No.
It is tough. It is tough to simulate in practice. It's even tougher to defense in the ball game. So we'll see how Tri-West adapts.
Ball's on the right hash. Scott under center. And it is a handoff up the middle to Wyatt Woodall, and he's back to the line of scrimmage. It was denied by the Bruins, 2nd and 10. Let's see, we talk about how the last time Southmont won was back in 2011, so I'm going to throw some facts at you. The most popular song that year was your favorite, Rolling in the Deep by Adele.
Oh, yeah. One of my all-time favorites.
The number 1 draft pick that year in the NFL was Cam Newton out of Auburn to the Panthers.
Okay.
And the highest-grossing movie was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Love those movies.
In which they now have already done a reunion. That's how long ago it's been. Another handoff to Woodell up the middle, and he just gets stonewalled by the Bruins again. They got just 2 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 8. And again, this is the Mounties team that did not complete a pass last week.
Andrew, some scores from around the area. Cincinnati Elder has scored against Chittard, so that ball game is deadlocked at 7 in the first quarter. The ball game playing over at the Pit in Cincinnati. You mentioned Lebanon. Western Boone has a 3-0 lead over Lebanon in Sagamore Conference play, and Cathedral with an early 7-0 lead over Center Grove.
Woodall in the backfield. They fake it to Woodall. They're looking to throw downfield. Ball is underthrown, and it's incomplete. Scott turned his hips and just threw a bomb downfield. That was intended for E.J. Brewer, the 6'2 senior. And now 4th down coming up for the Mounties.
That ball was really underthrown.
And I wonder if maybe
if the wind had anything to do with it. You know, you think it may have.
Sometimes the best defender is Mother Nature.
Mooresville with an early 7-0 lead over Perry Meridian. We'll have scores and more at halftime.
Here, punt is Aaron McMasters. He boots it with the left foot, and that ball is rolling fairly for the Mounties, and it goes out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. It's the Bruins 7 and the Mounties nothing on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
The Bruins are starting this drive at the 15, and they hand it off to the outside, and he just gets stonewalled in the backfield. Nowhere to go. It was a quick play by the Bruins, and the Mounties just snuffed it out. It was actually a loss of one. Not sure who the carry was given to. It looks like it might have been Connor Seister, who was in the slot. They've been trying to go to the outside and seal off the edge against the Mounties defense. That's really what they did very well in that first drive, but also throw the football. As you mentioned, Ty Owens was 6 for 6 on the drive.
Tri-West always likes to employ trips, and they've got trips over now to the far side.
Owens takes the snap. He looks to his right. Lets one rip. It's completed. And got up to the 21-yard line, 5 yards on the play, and here's a 3rd and medium coming up for the Bruins. That was completed to Cole Morgan outside the numbers. Now they flip the trips to the left side now with the ball being on the right hash, and it's Cole Morgan, the junior, on the far side of the field by himself. Brown in the backfield. They fake it to Brown. They throw it to the outside. It's lean again. A good block by Jeff Marsh. Lean got the first down. A man falls. It's a foot race. He goes back inside, and he's up to the 30. Kyler McCandle was the only man that stopped Noah Lean from scoring a touchdown there. But for the Bruins, that was a big play, moving from their 21 to the opposing 30. That's a 49-yard chunk play for the Bruins.
Jeff Marsh with a good block, springing Lean on that play.
And it helped that one of the Mounties got tripped up by the turf monster.
You think?
They fake it to Brown, but the Mounties are in the backfield, and they tackle him in the backfield. It was a read option, and it was Dylan Howell, the sophomore. He gets a tackle for a loss. And, again, this is a team that had 80 tackles for losses this year. They've had 2 on the drive, so that's up to 82 now through 8 games. When you're averaging more than 10 tackles for losses in a game, you're having yourself a good season, because that was a 5-yard loss for the Bruins.
Ty Owens 7 of 7 for 88 yards.
He may have 100 yards by the end of this first quarter. He's got a minute 45 to work with. He's looking to his left. He's got a man open downfield. It looks like it's Marsh. 36 yards. Mark. He's now 8 for 8, and the Bruins have built a 13-0 lead. Just a simple vertical route. They find Jeff Marsh in the back of the end zone by himself.
Marsh ran a seam, and Owens lofted it up there, rainbowed it down the middle, and perfectly thrown, hit Marsh in stride.
Hits him in stride with a chef's kiss as the Bruins fans are back on their feet, clapping their hands together, trying to stay warm and cheer on their Bruins all at the same time. Steve, I call that multitasking.
Of course that is. Ty Owens, 8 of 8 for 124 yards.
Man, Cortland Williams hits the extra point, but there is some dirty laundry from the far side of the field. We'll see what this is, as the referees are going to discuss what it is. The Bruins may have to re-kick this. We'll see. The Mounties are going back to the goal, and it's a neutral zone infraction on the Mounties. And it looks like they're going to have to re-kick it. Interesting. I thought maybe if there was a neutral zone and you made the extra point, you could decline it and get the point nonetheless.
That's interesting. Minute 39 to go here in quarter number 1 as we continue to scoot along here.
In which the Bruins scored a 65-yard they had a first drive to go for 65 yards, and this last drive went for 85 yards. There's a high snap, and somehow the holder got it down in time for Cortland Williams to split the uprights. It's the Bruins 14. It's the Mounties nothing. This is IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. We'll be right back.
Try our easy-to-use Shop by Payment tool. You set what you want to spend, and our True Payments engine will find the best matches across our entire inventory. You can even add your trade-in. You'll get customized financing for every vehicle matching your budget. You'll be amazed at what you can buy. There is no impact on your credit and no obligation to buy. Shop by payment.
A minute 39 to go here in the first quarter of play. Tri-West with a commanding 14-0 lead, courtesy of a 65 and 84 yard drive, respectively. This ball game tonight brought to you by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit Universal at universalrfg.com. And by Genesis Sports Performance. Visit Genesis at genesissportsperformance.com. Oh boy, short kick there.
Another short kick. They did this the first time, and the return man goes to the outside, and he gets brought down at the 41-yard line, and that's where the drive will start for the Mounties, who are already behind 14-0 to a Bruins team, and they're just looking for some answers.
Scores from around the area, Andrew. Carroll leads Sheridan 6-0, that ball game in the second quarter of play. We'll have more scores from around the area at the half. Fishers with a 10-0 lead over Zionsville in the first quarter. Western Boone now with a 10-0 lead over Lebanon. That ball game also in the first period of play.
Woodall in the backfield with some split ends as one goes in motion. They hand it off to Woodall to the outside, and he will just work that one up to the 44-yard line for a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7, as we're coming close to the end of the first quarter. And Steve, you talked about Universal Roofing, and if people want to see what it looks like with a good job well done by them, we can give them their address and they can drive on over and check it out.
Nice softball, Andrew. Yes, they did put a roof and gutters on our house, and Sam and Rob Uri, they did just a great job. And Rob works with insurance companies, and he's just a terrific dude and a good friend.
They fake it, and they hand it off to the split end from the left side, and it's another good chunk play. They're at the midfield stripe. They're up to the 1-yard line. It looked like it was a handoff to Jackson Bushong. 3rd and 2, and they have to run one more play before the end of their first quarter. It's under 30 seconds to go. And they're trying to at least end the first quarter with a morale victory, which would be a first down. They have to try to get to the 49-yard line on Bruins territory. Hand off to Woodall. Woodall goes to the outside, makes a man miss. He keeps the legs turning. He's got the first down. He got a lot more than the 49. He's up to the 41-yard line. What a run. And what a way to end the first quarter. We're at 12.4 seconds. The clock has stopped momentarily because of the first down, but it does not look like the Mounties are going to get another playoff. We're through one frame of football from Liston, Indiana, and the hometown Bruins on senior night are leading it 14-0. You're watching high school football on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Both ball clubs back on the field. We have some unofficial first quarter statistics. We'll go over those here momentarily.
Mounties looking to throw. It's completed to the outside by Nick Scott. He immediately got it to his receiver on the far side of the football field. And it looks like that was completed to Aaron McMasters. 1 yard for the Maltese. That was all.
So in the first quarter, Ty Owens was a perfect 8 of 8 for 124 yards and a touchdown. Jeff Marsh had caught 2 balls for 49 yards, including a 36-yard strike from Ty Owens.
Man goes in motion, and they're going to hand it off to him. It was given to Carson Chad, and Carson Chad just goes up 1 more yard to the 38. And for the Mounties, this is where they had – this is what basically they had done on the first drive. They got a first down, got past midfield, but then that's when the Bruins stepped up and made some big plays on defense to get that ball back and allow their red-hot offense to move down the length of the field and score a touchdown. That's why they have a 14-0 advantage right now on the Mounties.
Seems like the Bruins have started to figure out this triple option threat. There's trips to the far side now.
A man in motion. They hand it off to Wood Dow, and Wood Dow gets brought down at the 35-yard line, 3 yards. It's 4th down, and let's see if the Maltese want to go for it here. You don't see the punting unit coming onto the field. Nick Scott still out there, the quarterback. As the Bruins again have been slowing up the Maltese offense after their first down. They break the huddle. Bruins trying to get the ball back here, and they have a chance to make it a 3-score game. Fans are stomping their feet. Scott to throw. Going to his right. He bleeded. He got a man over in the middle of the field, but he dropped the ball. He had it for a moment, and it popped out. That was for Sam Line. And the Bruins turn him away.
Tough break there for Southmont as Tri-West will take over on downs. Owen Fairburn on the defensive coverage for the Bruins.
He was the first one there to jar that ball loose. It looked like that Line had it momentarily. He bobbled it a bit, but then it was ultimately the hit from Fairburn that had that ball hit the turf. And here comes the offense of the Bruins. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Brown in the backfield. Owens had himself a good first quarter. Can he build upon that? He throws to the outside, and Cole Morgan had it for a moment, but once he turned upfield, he lost the ball, and it's 2nd down, and the first incompletion for Ty Owens is from a drop by Cole Morgan.
And Cole's typically pretty dependable.
Very.
He's got some length, lanky kid, and his eyes were headed upfield before he caught the ball. Some updated scores now, Andrew. In 4A, number 2 versus number 3, Ron Colley leads East Central 7-6.
Looking to throw again. They throw it to the outside. It's completed to Brown. Brown gets a man off him. He makes another man miss. He's got the first down. Wow. The Mounties slow to get up as the 2 men that were burned, E.J. Brewer and Carson Chad, just could not believe that they allowed Davon Brown, the senior, to get past him.
14-yard pickup for the Bruins.
And how many were after the catch?
Yeah.
Trip formation.
Owens now 9 of 10.
And he's getting his man wide open every time. Just simple pitch and catch for the quarterback tonight, who's just been phenomenal this year. Looks to his right. He goes for it all here, and Morgan battling for it. And there's a late flag, but they're going to call it pass interference.
I don't know about that one. The ball was just a tad underthrown, but, in high school you've got to turn your head. You have to turn your head towards the ball. That kid didn't do it, hence the flag.
Yeah, that was the cornerback, Kyle McCandless. As they call him for a PI and a first down. So that's 15 yards. If you're a fan of professional football, from the spot of the foul. But in college and high school ball, it's just 15 yards from where they were. So back-to-back plays, 14-yard gain on a pass to Davon Brown, and then the PI there on the Mounties leads to another 14 yards.
Remind everybody, late tonight, early tomorrow morning, we'll have game recaps and stories of your favorite teams from around the area. Go to IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They're looking to the right. Looks back to his left. Owens is going to keep it here, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield. The pocket collapsed. The coverage was really great by the Southmont Mounties. Maybe the first time tonight where they denied a pass play. And that's about 3 or 4 yard loss there for the Bruins.
Owens has had a lot of time to throw the ball.
He has.
Yeah, he's a pocket passer. He stands back there very comfortably, but the kid can move too. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Genesis Sports Performance. Visit Genesis at genesissportsperformance.com.
Brown moves to the left. He's now in the slot. Owens in the empty back. They're going to throw. They go to the right. It's a screenplay for line. He has a convoy in front of him. And what a play call by the Bruins to get a lot of those yards back and then some. They're knocking on the door of getting another first down after they lost 4 yards. Third down coming up. And for me, starting to notice that the Bruins are trying to take advantage of the Mounties defense, in which they only have one safety listed. It's E.J. Brewer. So they know it's either going to be cover 1 or cover 2 as one of the players is dropping back in coverage. Handing off to Brown up the middle. He's got the first down. Here comes a flag, though. And this is in the area of holding. Right back at the 29-yard line, around where the play had started.
Yep.
And everyone's going back.
8:15 to go here in the first half. At halftime, we'll have some scores and analysis from around the area, also some unofficial first half statistics. Scores currently from around the area. We told you Bishop Chatard and Cincinnati Elder are tied at 7. That ball game in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, it's Roncalli 7, East Central 6. Carroll's trailing Sheridan 7-6. That ball game also in the second period of play. Cathedral now with a 13-7 lead over Center Grove. It's Carmel 7, Lawrence Central nothing. That ball game in the second period. Ben Davis with an early 14-0 lead over North Central. Big ball game in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference. Brownsburg and Hamilton Southeastern deadlocked at 7. Mooresville with a 13-0 lead over Perry Meridian.
The holding goes back to the 35-yard line after some discussion. Jeff Marsh goes in motion. Rolling to his right is the quarterback. He throws downfield. He finds Marsh. Did they get the first down? And it looks like that they did. They're spotting it inside the 20, around the 15. And it is a first down as Owens rolled to his right, had plenty of time, and found Jeff Marsh, who moved in motion from his left to his right, and he tiptoed the sideline, some toe drag swag from the senior, and a first down.
Marsh with his third reception on the night.
Trips formation to the left, and this is what the Bruins like to do. If they're on the right hash, it's trips to the left. If they're on the left, trips to the right. And what that does is allow Cole Morgan, the star wide receiver, to get man-to-man coverage. They go to Morgan on the RPO, and it's off his hands, second down, as McCandless read that perfectly and knocked it away.
He had him.
He did.
He had him. That was a touchdown.
The throw was a little high.
Slant right over the middle. And it's open, too.
Well, especially because you have to think that the safety, which is E.J. Brewer, is now shading to the side where the trips is to help. And that's allowing Cole Morgan to get one-on-one matchup with McCandless, where he's just on an island with them.
7:43 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, for the first time, really, the clock has stopped. A fake, pressure coming, floats it. Morgan jumps. He can't make the play, and there's a flag again. This one has occurred in the end zone.
I couldn't tell if he turned his head or not, but it appears that he did not. So that'll be the second PI against Southmont.
And on the same player,
Yeah.
Kyler McCandless, who's really been thrusted a tough task trying to stop Cole Morgan.
He's had a rough half.
Cole Morgan came in with 26 receptions, 363 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And he made a great play a few weeks ago where he was getting covered. The ball was thrown over his right shoulder, and he catches it almost like Randy Moss did against the Jets when he was still with the Patriots. Remember the first time the Jets and the Giants had moved to East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Well, Tri-West, again in the red zone, looking to capitalize on their 14-0 lead.
And now the head referee has blown his whistle And now he's talking to the side judge on the far side of the football field. The ball has been spotted at the 9-yard line.
Tonight's ball game brought to you by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Rob and Sam Urey. Visit Universal at universalrfg.com or give them a call, 317-257-0779. Andrew, Roncalli now expanding their lead over East Central 14-6 in the second quarter.
You said that was one of the big games everyone's been focused on. Roncalli's had a good year. East Central's had a good year. And, of course, they're going to meet in the final week of the regular season. As we've blinked on accident in the football season, and the Hoosier State has just flown on by. But what a great way to go out here in Liston, Indiana. A beautiful football field. 2 running backs in the backfield. It's a handoff to Brown, and Brown, the ball's on the ground. There's a scrummage to try and see who got it, and it is the Bruins. It looks like it was just a bad handoff.
I don't think he ever got it.
No.
Never got the handoff from Ty Owens.
Owens gave it to Brown, and then Brown immediately started reaching for it, and it bounced away from him. And luckily for the Bruins, it's not a turnover. The team that has not turned the ball over too often this year. It's 3rd down. They need just a yard to get the first down. 3rd and 2. The handoff, and he is inside the 5-yard line. It is a first down. The carry went to Jack Catt, the linebacker, coming in to really be served as a fullback. But that time he got a carry, and they're knocking on the door of their 3rd touchdown. They're on the 4-yard line. As Ty Owens has been going under center the last couple of plays.
Cat comes in and spells some of the running backs on occasion.
Catt and Brown, they give it to Brown again, and he's inside the 5, maybe got up to the 3 for maybe a 1-yard gain. And 2nd down. So the Mounties are trying to prevent a 3rd straight touchdown on 3 drives from the Bruins. The Bruins have been doing wherever they wanted on offense through the first 2 drives, and really on this 3rd drive. They're really starting to slow down their tempo. They've been going no huddle for most of the game, but now they've been going into a huddle and even change up their formation. They've been running everything out of the gun. Now running a sort of T formation. To give it to Catt. Catt to the left. He keeps the legs turning. Did he get in? They're going to blow him dead just inside the 1. Maybe on the 1.
Well, we're midway through the second period of play, and Tri-West knocking on the door again. This would be a decisive touchdown when you're looking at first quarter momentum or first half momentum.
Yeah, the momentum has really been wearing the gold helmets tonight thus far for the Bruins as they opened up the game on the 65-yard drive that resulted in a touchdown and then had an 84-yard drive result in a touchdown. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. They stack the line of scrimmage. Blitz being shown by the Mounties. They hand it off to Catt, and Catt will walk right on in there for a touchdown. Peter for Catt, and the light show is on again. 20-0 Bruins. Is Jack Catt's the one that finally breaks the plane, and his team is sitting on a comfortable 20-0 lead. And pending the PAT, they may have a 21-0 lead. But either way, a 3-possession lead for the Bruins on senior night.
Well, another 65-yard drive.
And even on a drive where they experienced a sack, a holding penalty, nothing can deter them right now. The extra point splits the uprights, and the Bruins have a demanding 21-0 lead with 5:08 to go in the first half. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back from Liston, Indiana.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Well, welcome back to State Bank Stadium on the campus of Tri-West High School and Hendricks Regional Health Field. As Tri-West has a commanding 21-0 lead, and here's the kickoff.
It was fielded by Kyle McCandless, and McCandless started around the 30-yard line. He moves up to the 35, as it was McCandless that was tested time and time again on the previous drive while he was on defense. He was flagged for 2 pass interference calls, as the Tri-West Bruins have done a really good job of allowing Cole Morgan to go one-on-one against him, and that's what really set them up to score their 3rd straight touchdown. Well, here comes the Mounties. They got to mount something.
They got the ball to start the second half, so they need to score.
They pitch to the outside to Carson Chad. Carson Chad had a lane, and a good way to start this drive. They gain 6 or 7 yards there, and second and short coming up for the Mounties. But really, this is what the Mounties have been doing in the first 2 drives. They start off really well. Both drives, they got a first down. After that, that's when they stifled out and just ran out of gas. The last drive, they got inside Bruins territory, but could not convert a 4th down play in which they had Sam Line with the ball, but he dropped it. Man goes in motion. They hand it off to Wyatt Wardell, and Wyatt Wardell is hit in the backfield by the Bruins, and it's a 1-yard loss to the 40-yard line.
Southmont really hasn't been able to muster up anything offensively.
No.
You know, Woodall has carried the ball 6 times for 17 yards. Chad has carried the ball 4 times for 23.
In which this is a complicated offense, really even for the defense in the triple option, because the ball is, you can hear in the name, they have 3 different options they can go to. You could hand it off up the middle to Sam Line or White Waddell, or you can keep it yourself and Nick Scott or pitch it to the running back behind you, and the Mounties are going to burn their first timeout. We'll be right back at 30-second break. It's 21-0 Bruins.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Andrew Mile and Steve Hartley, happy to have you with us as we're closing out the regular season and another fun year of football in the great Hoosier State.
Andrew, this is one of 3 games we have on the Indiana High School Sports.com network. Up in Muncie, Sam Niger calling the ball game for us tonight. We've got Blackford at Frankton, and then Mike Walensky and Thad Van Deventer are at Lutheran, where Traders Point Christian is taking on the Lutheran Saints.
Busy night for Indiana High School Sports Network. A screen play to the outside. They complete it to Waddell. Waddell got the first down after all his linemen got out in front, made the ground rumble, and they moved the chains for the 3rd time tonight. But let's see if Deja Vu can strike for a 3rd time, Steve, in which this is where the Mounties will stifle out against the Bruins defense.
Clock continuing to run, and gain of about 7 yards, but it's enough for a first down.
A well-constructed play by Desson Hannum in his 16th season, coming in at 74 and 93, but a 3-time conference champion in the Sagamore Conference. The pitch up front, actually a pass play to Carson Chad, and Chad gets pushed back. The ball was on the ground, and it's recovered. It's recovered by the Bruins, and the man that has the ball is Damon Catt. And it looked like it was his brother, Jack Cat, that punched it away. And for the Bruins, they've done it again. He gave the Mounties some help and then take it away.
Yeah, if they capitalize here, meaning Tri-West, it could be curtains for Southwest.
One receiver to the left, 3 here to the right. Brown in the backfield. Ty Owens is having himself a senior night. He takes the snap, fake the handoff, throw it to the outside. Cole Morgan got a block. He's going to his right, and he's tackled here on the near sideline as they're going to spot him at the 40-yard line. So exactly 5 yards were gained with 3 minutes to go, but he did fall out of bounds, so the clock has stopped. The Bruins are trying to land a heavy haymaker on Southmont.
3:01 to go in the half.
Again, the Mounties will get the ball to start the second half, but what kind of deficit are they going to be facing? Will it be 21-0, or maybe they even score a touchdown here? Fake. They throw it to the outside, ball batted in the air, and nobody is there. Ty Owens read the RPO. Looks like he was intending to throw that to the outside to Noah Lean, and it's now 3rd down.
It's only his 3rd incompletion of the night. Some scores from around the area. Andrew Chittard has kicked a field goal. They lead Cincinnati Elder 10-7 at the half. Keeping an eye on that game along with Cathedral Center Grove.
We got to get you like the NFL red zone. We'll give you the Indianapolis red zone.
It would be awesome.
And there is some confusion going on. The ball was snapped, but nobody ran. So Ty Owens caught the ball and just dumped it into his sidelines, and that's it.
That was odd.
Nobody moved except for maybe three people.
It looked like the pass was intended for I think it was intended for Lean here on the near side. He didn't know what to do.
The Cohen Bear snapped it maybe prematurely there, and that might be the only explanation we'll get on that play. And wise decision by Ty Owens to realize that there's nobody there and just to throw it away because there was already 3 jerseys caving in on him.
So the Mounties are going to get the football back, with probably about 2:45 to go, clock running.
Low punt, a good roll by the Bruins, and the ball stopped, and it's picked up at the 16-yard line, and we're going to take a break before the Mounties start their drive.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains.
We are back. Mounties have the ball on their own 16-yard line. A screen play, ball in the air, and there is a flag as the referees blew the play dead. And you see on the far side of the field.
Offsides on Tri-West.
The flag was on the far side, and thought maybe it could have been a pick six by Ethan Elzey as the ball was tipped in the air, and he was right in the area. But as Steve mentioned, that was neutral zone infraction on Tri-West. The ball moves up 5 yards for the Mounties. So a couple of mistakes by the Bruins as of late. That offside penalty there, and right before that, a premature snap that turned into an incomplete pass by Ty Owens. And that was 3rd down, so they punted it away. And they're leaving a lot of confidence on their defense to stop the Mounties again, and why not? Last drive, they allowed a 1st down and then punched the ball loose and recovered it. Scott under center. Chad goes in motion. They pitch it to Chad on the outside. Chad trying to cut it upfield, and he's tripped up on the far side.
Good job of stringing that play out there by the Bruins defensive front.
Looked like that was Damon Katz who recovered the fumble on the far side of the field that tripped up Chad. It's 2nd and 5 with 2:30 to go. And it's really for the Mounties, it looks like they're in no hurry to get back to the football. They're down 3 touchdowns right now, and they're facing their 3rd straight loss after starting the season 6-0. And again, they've just been dominated by the Bruins since 2011.
Just 5 passes on the night for 12 yards.
Here's the 6th pass. They throw it short and almost intercepted. The intended receiver there never turned his head. That's Sam Line. But almost picked off by Damon Catt as he dove for it and couldn't believe that he couldn't catch it. And the rain has started here in Liston, Indiana. You can see it in the fluorescent lights across the way. There was a 90% chance of rain in the forecast. It's been a wet week this week here in Indianapolis. But, hey, we're on a turf field. I don't think it's going to bother anyone, but we'll see how that's going to affect the ball handling from either side. Not a great day if you're a football player with the wind and the rain. There's a handoff. They move it to the 25-yard line, short of a first down. Under 2 minutes to go, and the whistle has been blown, and the Bruins are going to take a timeout, and we will take a timeout. As you're watching the Bruins and Mounties on IndianaHighSchoolNetwork.com.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or RaySkillmanShadeland.com.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at GenesisSportsPerformance.com.
Andrew Mile and Steve Hartley on the Indiana High School Sports Network.com as we're getting close to the end of the first half. And the Mounties look like they could be punting this ball away, and the punter's not on the field. And here he comes.
I believe they're going to go for it on 4th down, but it looks like they're going to do it, or they're going to quick kick.
There is some confusion at the line by the Mounties.
They're going to need to call timeout.
Yeah, they have to. That's exactly what they're going to do. There's players going in motion, and it looks like maybe they were just trying to jump them off sides.
What's going on?
Just not enough to sell that they were pretty confident they were going to go for it there. Timeout, Mounties. We're going to take a 30-second break. You're watching football on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue.
McMaster's the punt here. 2 men back for Tri-West. As they're up 21-0, try to get another drive off before the end of the first half. It's a low punt, and it's fielded by number 11, I think even prematurely there, Steve. It looked like that ball was rolling the other direction.
Looked like it was, but nonetheless, they wanted it down it right away, so they did. And Tri-West will come back on the field with 1:50 to go and 2 timeouts. So they've got time, they've got timeouts. Could be a good situation as they try to expand in their 21-0 lead.
It was Keon Cornelius, the senior, that downed the ball at the 35-yard line, 1:50 to go. The Bruins are working with 2 timeouts here. Can they move down the field as the rain has subsided momentarily, but still some good winds going into the northeast? Ty Owens in the gun. He's rolling to his right. He's looking downfield. He's got plenty of time. He gets rid of it to an out route, and that is going to be incomplete as Cole Williams cannot keep his feet in. The pass by Owens didn't really even give him a chance to catch that ball and get 1 foot in as both feet were out as he caught that ball. 2nd and 10 with 1:45 to go.
You know what's good when you have rain like this?
No.
A good roof. And I know the guys. Universal Roofing and Exteriors, Andrew. Visit Universal at universalrfg.com. 1:45 to go here in the first half of play.
You won't be using pots and pans on a day like this.
No.
A fake. They go to the outside, and it's completed to Morgan again. He's got a convoy in front of him. He gets to the sideline. He's pushed out, and that's a good play for the Bruins. Exactly what they're looking for on the screen play. Get a good chunk of change. Get 9 yards short of the first down marker and get out of bounds so you can hold on to a timeout with 1:32 to go. Ty Owens has had himself a great first half.
We'll have stats at the half, along with scores from around the area. And we'd like to remind everybody again, go to IndianaHighSchoolSports.com late tonight for game recaps, also early tomorrow morning.
Marsh goes in motion, and Owens is just going to do a power play. He cut it back inside, and he got the first down. And he got out of bounds, so it's a first down. The first person in the backfield for the Mounties was Dylan Howell, the inside linebacker that ambushed the play and forced Owens to go out. But either way, the Bruins get a first down, and the clock will stop ticking at 1:26 as they're on the 41.5-yard line. Oh, correction, that's the 45.5-yard line. Trips to the left. One receiver here to the right. They're going back to the right. They go downfield, a hook and ladder play, and it's intercepted. Did he keep his feet in?
I think he did.
And he exactly. Wow. That's an interception by Keon Cornelius, the safety or the ball hawk that came all the way from the other side of the field, read it perfectly, and picked off Ty Owens. For Ty Owens, that's just his 7th interception this year in over 200 throws.
Great catch.
It was. Somehow high pointed the ball and got 1 foot in. Maybe even just one cleat, but either way it counts all the same. A big turnover by the Mounties. That keeps them alive in this game.
If he would have missed that, Cole Morgan would have been off to the races.
He ran a hook and ladder play. He ran to the outside and cut it back upfield on a streak route, and Cornelius knew exactly. He read the quarterback's eyes. Hand off up the middle to White Waddell, and White Waddell is up to the 35-yard line. So pushing and shoving after the play, it looked like, but the Mounties are hurrying up to the football. A minute to go. They got 3 yards on that play. Nick Scott in the gun. Looks to his left. He throws. It's a low pass. Not even a chance for his receiver, E.J. Brewer, to come up with that third down.
Stops the clock with just under a minute to go. And the Mounties trying to gain some momentum as they head into the locker room. They will battle North Knox next week in the opening game of the sectional.
This was a team that was averaging 30.6 points per game, but coming close to the end of this first half, they have not even been inside their red zone yet, as they've had a hard time moving the ball down the field. It's a fake to the outside. Scott got pressure coming from his left. Does he see it? He's looking. He throws. And again, Nick Scott just underthrows it. But big point here, Steve, to point out, is that the clock stops because of the incomplete pass. There is still 50.7 seconds on the clock. And in football, that's a lot of time with 2 timeouts.
It's a lot of time, and he certainly felt pressure coming from the Tri-West defensive front. So it'll be 4th down, and it looks like the punting unit is on the field for the Mounties.
Aaron McMasters. He's going to be kicking against the wind here as it's blowing to the northeast. As his back is to the south end zone, he's kicking to the north end zone. Brady Hamstra back to return. And here comes the left boot. Hamstra is going to play back on it. Ball is rolling. He picks it up late. He tried to get to the outside. He's up to the 35, and he goes out around the 42-yard line. That was a bold decision by Hamstra, the junior running back, and there's 38.3 seconds left on the clock as 12 seconds ran out. So here's the situation. Bruins are up 21-0 on the Mounties with the 38.3 seconds left on the clock, but they have 2 timeouts. They just turned the ball over on the last drive. They scored a touchdown in the first 3 drives, but in the last 2, not that much success. They had to boot the ball away because of a misconstrued play, and then there was a interception by Ty Owens. Owens, the quarterback, dropping back, looking to his right. He throws it short, and again, as he was hit on the play, he throws it short of Cole Morgan as he was hit by Dylan Howell. As Dylan Howell has had his nose in a couple of good plays for the Mounties, the few that they've had on defense.
That's the 20th pass attempt for Owens tonight, all in the first half.
And how many did he complete?
I'll let you know later.
No, it's simple math. All you have to do is times it by 5, and we'd have the completion percentage.
Yeah. Looks like he's completed 14.
Looks to his left. He gets rid of it quickly. He completes it to Marsh. Marsh going down the sidelines, and he's around the first down marker. Let's see where they're going to spot him. They're actually going to spot him about 3 yards short of the first down, so that's 7 yards. He gets out of bounds, 28 seconds to go. Exactly 28 seconds. 3rd and short as that ball is on their own 49-yard line. As Ty Owens has thrown a touchdown pass. It was a beautiful ball to Cole Morgan over the middle of the field. Can he do it again? Lineman back in coverage for the Mounties. Their edge rushers dropping back. Pitch to the outside to Brown. Brown's got working with the wide side of the field, and he's got the first down. He goes out around the 45-yard line. They're in plus territory. 21.7 seconds to go. To go from their own 49 to the opposing 45. So that's a 6-yard gain. You can move the chains for the Bruins. As that was a bold call there to allow your running back to work with a wide side of the field. You know you have 2 timeouts, but you want to save that if you can somehow get a big passing play here and move down the field.
21.7 to go. Still at plus, they have 2 timeouts.
And it's a 21-point game. Fake throw over the middle of the field. It's completed. What a throw and a catch by Noah Lean. First down. 16.3 seconds to go. They got about 14 yards on the play. It's at the 31. Bruins timeout. Indiana High School Sports Network timeout. We'll be right back.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or RaySkillmanShadeland.com.
Andrew Mild, Steve Hartley on the call here from Liston, Indiana, as Jason Ward's Bruins are moving their way down the field. And if you're Jason Ward here, Steve, what are you calling after this timeout?
I think you got to look for Cole Morgan or Jeff Marsh down the middle on that seam.
Well, this is what they like to do here. Notice that the ball is on the right hash with 16.3. They have 1 timeout. So I'm willing to bet here, Steve, that you can have 3 men on the left and Cole Morgan here on the right by himself against Kyler McCandless, the man that called for 2 on the same drive, 2 pass interference calls.
You know, Tri West has a good kicker as well, but he's kicking into the wind, or against the wind, I should say. So we'll see what happens here.
They're going towards the south end zone here. Pressure being shown. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up beautifully by the Bruins. They throw over the middle of the field. It's completed to Line. Line makes a man miss. He's going to the left, and he's in for the yards. He puts defenders on skates, and that's a touchdown for the Bruins.
I don't know how he got away there, but he did.
A Houdini act by Noah Line, who's had himself an amazing first half. Incredible. He could not be brought down. as the Mounties looked like they were trying to put lipstick on a pig trying to bring them down. 27-0 Bruins on the Mounties. Try and make it 28-0 before the first half ends. Snap, hold, kick, and it splits the uprights. We're going to send it to a break with 7 seconds to go. It's the Bruins 28 and the Mounties nothing.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Noah Lane, little catch and run from quarterback Ty Owens on a 31-yarder, and Tri-West now with a commanding 28-0 lead as we approach halftime.
And what a time to work on a 2-minute offense a week before sectionals. Bruins are trying to repeat as regional champions. They lost a tough one last year to the eventual state champions,
Gibson Southern.
Gibson Southern, as they beat Pre-Buff Jesuit at Lucas Oil Stadium. Here comes the kickoff. This might be the last play of the first half. We will see. Is this going to be returned by Tri-West? And he is just brought up immediately. Wow.
I thought it was Brady Hamster on the tackle for Tri-West. You know, you talk about Noah Lane. He's a 5'9", 165-pound junior. He's having a heck of a night. He had a season high before tonight. 11 receptions for 141 yards against Western. This was an earlier game this season. May have been their first game.
And for the Bruins, they got the relax in last week's game as they blew out their opponent, Crawfordsville, 53-0. It was already 40-0 in halftime. So a lot of these guys even have fresh legs heading into this game because they got the entire second half off. Looks like the Mounties are just going to take a knee here with 3.1 seconds to go. They only have one timeout. And that's exactly what is going to happen. And the first half, the only way you can really truly describe it, it's been all Bruins here on senior night from Liston, Indiana at Tri-West High School. We're going to take a break for the halftime show in which Steve Hartley will have some scores from around the Indianapolis area and from Muncie coming up. It is 28-0 Bruins going into halftime.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or RaySkillmanShadeland.com.
back from Liston, Indiana on a much longer halftime show because of it being senior night. Andrew Mild and Steve Hartley. And Steve, what a first half it was for the Bruins through the air and even on defense as they pitched a shutout in the first half. And for Ty Owens, he had 2 touchdown passes, one to Jeff Marsh and other one to Noah Lean. And you mentioned it, Noah Lean has been the primary target tonight, and we did not see that coming.
He's had a huge night. And, he's, like I said earlier, he's 5'9", 165-pound junior. He's a shifty guy and with a lot of speed. And that's one thing that Tri-West has going for them as they head towards the tournament. They have a lot of speed. They can get up and down the field quickly, and when Owens is on, watch out. So you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've kept Southmont at bay. The Southmont defense really has only been able to penetrate on a couple of occasions, and it's been all Tri-West so far. So if you are, in the Mounties locker room right now, you get the football to start the second half, and you've got to start to gain momentum because we get another touchdown by Tri-West. Now we're in a running clock, and it's over. So at any rate, again, as Andrew mentioned, we're at halftime. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit Universal at universalrfg.com or give them a call at 317-257-0779. And by Genesis Sports Performance. Visit Graham Wilkerson and Dale Speckman over there at Genesis off of East 65th Street, just west of Binford Boulevard in Indianapolis. Visit Genesis at genesissportsperformance.com. And by High Gear Marketing. Visit High Gear at highgearmktg.com. And by Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland Avenue. My buddy Dave Everett over there. Give them a look. They do a great job selling Kias and have a terrific inventory of used vehicles as well. We'll go over some first half statistics after we pause for this break on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland. We'll buy your car no matter what make and model, even if you don't buy one from us. You'll get a check on the spot as fast as 30 minutes. It doesn't get easier than that. Do you need a vacation, want to go shopping, or just need some spending money? We need cars, and we have cash for you right now. So turn your car into cash at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia at 13th and Shadeland Avenue or RaySkillmanShadeland.com.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.